Hey guys, Social Gamer here, and today we are doing another redo of part 2. So pretty much for people that already watched it, which were, if I remember the views were 6, so pretty much those 6 people that watched it, you already know why I'm doing a redo, mostly because the audio was messed up and it was really crappy, but pretty much, and also pretty much what I said was pretty much what I'm going to say, the same thing, with a little bit of minor details, and also some things that were taken away, or some things that were added. You might have not heard it, of course, because of the audio, but I'm going to add some things and also take away some things. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up so you cannot be confused or anything. So pretty much, pretty much before we start, I'm going to give you like some, I'm going to give some thanks to Drevery, pretty much my friend that actually made this background, because I forgot from the first part to actually give thanks. So thank you, Drevery, for making the background. And also, I'm gonna give you some some physical traits that you actually will know for the characters, so you can have an image about them. Pretty much, Dreve or Andrea pretty much she's a ginger with long orange hair, of course, and pretty much yes, she's a ginger with long hair, and has green emerald eyes and has freckles. With pretty much Ben having dark hair that's a bit curly, not too much, but a bit, and also having blue eyes. And that's the best. And of course that's all. That's the best. That's pretty much all I'm gonna give you guys. Give like the traits that they have, and so you guys can imagine them of how they look. So pretty much, I digress, and let's continue. Pretty much where we left off. Pretty much Izuku saying, I don't think we're in Japan anymore. With pretty much Ben saying, no shit, Sherlock. With Drevery hitting him in the head, with Ben saying, ow, what you do that for? With pretty much Dreve saying, it's not the time, okay? We need to calm ourselves and figure out where we are at. Pretty much, of course, she is confused of where they are. Izuku says, damn it. Where are we? This is completely confusing. So pretty much, they walk around, of course, and instantly they hear they hear whining from an animal, like when they're in pain. Instantly, they turn the corner of the boulder, and they see these things. They're trolls. I forgot what their names were called, but the trolls. And pretty much, Ben stands up and says, with Izuku saying, "What do you think you're doing?" With Ben saying, "Why don't we just go talk to them to figure out where we're at?" With pretty much, he was about to go, but instantly Dreve stops him by grabbing onto his arm and pulling him back, pretty much making him fall on his back and hiding back to where he was. And he said, "What was that for?" With pretty much Izuku stopping, pretty much putting his hand over his mouth, with Dreve just saying, "That's why." Instantly pointing at the people, literally stabbing the boar that was already hurt into even worse condition, to the point of killing it with like spears and stuff, not stopping. And they seem like they're enjoying it. With pretty much Ben just saying this, he's like, "Thank you. I owe you one." With Dreve saying, "Yeah, you do." With Izuku saying, "Both of us." With Ben saying, "Don't get cocky." With pretty much, they both were about to leave, with instantly hearing one of them scream. With all three of them turning to where they heard the scream, instantly they see a boy with blonde hair fighting it. And it looks like he's going to be trapped. Pretty much but he's a good swordsman. His swordsmanship is what Izuku pretty much was able to see, pretty much notice. He is really good at swordsmanship. The kid or guy pretty much was able to fight all of them. With instantly, there was a big troll with like a club, let's say, pretty much he was about to attack the guy. He did, but he didn't. But the guy dodged it, doing a backflip and standing next to a torch with fire. Instantly, the kid looked at it, quickly took a quick glance, and instantly just used the animo, pretty much the animo vision, and pretty much of course was able, and all three of them were seeing the fire pretty much being infused with the animo, or pretty much the wind, of course. And of course they were shocked by seeing this, because you can see like the fire, some of the fire was being swirled into it, and instantly when he stopped, the fire went towards the enemy and it was burning it. With that pretty much being distracted, instantly the guy just ran towards it and went past it. And all of them were confused. Instantly Ben says, wait for it. No, sorry, Izuku said, wait for it. Instantly the giant troll just fell with a lot of cuts around it. It happened out of nowhere. With Ether, it's Ether, instantly just rolls his shoulder saying, oh, God, that's a bit difficult. With Paimon appearing, with pretty much Ben saying, what the heck is that? Dreve saying, what the heck is that? With Ben saying, please let it be food. I'm hungry. With pretty much Izuku hitting him on the head saying, you idiot! Instantly Ben says, what was that for? Pretty much screaming. And instantly Ether says, who's there? With pretty much both Izuku and Dreve look at him, like give him a death glare, with Dreve saying, it's your fault that you made me scream. With Izuku saying, yes, but you're the one that screamed the loudest. With Izuku pretty much raising his hands to the most saying, it's fine, we come in peace, please don't hurt us, please. Instantly, pretty much, oh shoot, sorry. And pretty much, Izuku is, pretty much getting out of the way saying, we're not here to hurt anyone, we promise. Pretty much hands raised in the air, with pretty much Ether saying, we? Pretty much two others, pretty much Ben, and of course, Dreve, appearing. And right next to him saying, it's fine, we're not here to hurt people. With pretty much, Ben saying, I have a question. What is that thing? Is it food? With Ether looking at Paimon and then doing a smirk, pretty much doing a smirk. With Paimon saying, no, Ether, Paimon is not food. Why do I have to keep repeating myself? With pretty much Ether just saying, pretty much putting away his sword saying, no, she isn't, sadly. But I can tell that you're not from here, are you? You're from another reality or world, whatever. With pretty much all the three pretty much confused. With it just saying, okay, you don't understand, but you're in Mondstadt, and from wherever reality you came from, you're not there anymore. With all three of them being pretty much just saying, what? With just complete confusion, with not understanding at all where they are. With Ether saying, Paimon, can you please explain? Pretty much, Paimon explains that about Mondstadt, Leeway, and the other places, and pretty much saying that this is a different reality from where they're from. And pretty much explains that you're not the only ones that are from different realities. Well, for now. Because if I remember correctly, Ether and Lumine are actually from different realities. So pretty much after all three of them get informed by Paimon of what this place is about, and pretty much the Archons and etc., and also about the visions, with pretty much all of them getting this information, it's like Ben faints and it's like, hey, Archons, Animo. visions, pretty much faints with both Izuku and Dreve looking at him saying, overload again? With pretty much Izuku saying, yup, come on, let's carry him to Mondstadt. With pretty much Ether confused saying, what happened? With pretty much Dreve saying, oh, it's just that if he can't sometimes if you say things too fast for him, or too much information, it kind of makes his brain go overload. This is for comedic reasons. Of course, Ben is gonna be the comedic right here in the group. So pretty much Izuku and Dreve carry him with also everything. So, you want to see one of the statues of the seven? With Izuku and Dreve saying, is that okay? With Paimon saying, yeah, I think that's okay. And let's say they're close to the one to the statue of the seven that's like you start with as canon, pretty much the first one you get. So pretty much they go to that one, with pretty much they see a little pond surrounding it, with of course Izuku and Dreve looking at Ben, and they pretty much do a devilish smile. Instantly, they pretty much throw Ben into the water. With instantly Ben waking up saying, I'm awake! Homework! It's good, don't worry, I turned it. Instantly, he's just swimming on a pond saying, what the? And then instantly sees both Izuku and Dreve, like, just giving him that devilish smile of theirs when they did something with, literally, Ben says, you bastards! Pretty much swimming to where they are, with pretty much both of them jump into the pond and instantly go swimming to the other statue. With, of course, Ether also swimming, with pretty much just laughing also. With instantly Ether saying, hey, can you guys come here for a bit? All three of them go and walk towards Ether, with instantly him using the anemo to actually dry themselves off. And, of course, it works. With pretty much all of them are dried thanks to Ether and... Sorry, wait. Sorry, I had to do something. Where were we? Pretty much, yes. Where they were in the statue. Pretty much, Ether was just showing them. And, of course, Izuku, Ben, and Dreve look up. And for some reason, they have this feeling like they should touch it. Pretty much, all three of them just walk up to the statue with Ether thinking that they're just like looking. They just look at it, and pretty much instantly, the three of them in unison just touch the statue, which shocks Ether and Paimon. With Ether just saying, "Oh," just thinking that maybe they just want to feel it since it's actually just regular stone, but it's weird. But instantly, wind surrounds the three of them, and then instantly it disperses. With all three of them confused, with Ether saying, what the? Paimon saying that they actually got the vision like Ether did. Instantly, they said, what do you mean? What do you mean I was able to get the vision? That's not even... Instantly, when they raise their hands, they all look at their hands, which wind is circling around it. And instantly, Izuku was like, what the hell? With pretty much Ben saying, whoa. With Ether saying, how is this possible? Ether, what the hell? Why am I saying Ether? I meant to say Dreve. I don't know why I said Ether. It's weird. Pretty much Dreve saying, wow, how is this possible? With Ether actually also saying, how did you... With all of them saying, With Paimon saying, this is such a rare occurrence. This isn't possible. With Izuku saying, a lot is possible in our world. This is just one of those impossibilities becoming possibilities. With Paimon hearing that saying, what do you mean by that? With pretty much all three of them saying, oh, in our world, there's these things that we call quirks, but in reality, they're just like superpowers. With Paimon saying, "Oh, really? How many are there?" With Izuku saying, "Well, there's like I think if I remember correctly, there's like an 8%, but I'm gonna raise it up a bit with saying 10% of the human society in My Hero Academia are quirkless. 10%." With Paimon shocked saying, "What? How?" With Izuku saying, "Well, us three are part of that 10%. With pretty much Paimon saying, "What?" With Ether saying, "That's interesting. So, you have. So it's like you copied a power from them or something?" With Izuku just looking at his hand and just like saying, "Yeah, probably." Then looks back at Ether. With Ether just thinking, saying, "This is very interesting." By the way, this is before they went to Mondstadt. With Paimon saying, Anyway, let's forget about that. We should go to Mondstadt." By the way, I'm not gonna try to do like an impression of Paimon, so yeah, sorry. So pretty much, they all go to the edge of where Ether was gonna go, but since of course he had to fight the trolls and met Izuku and the gang, they became kind of like traveling companions. With Ether saying, "Oh," before they went though to the cliff where you see Mondstadt, Ether stopped saying, "Oh, wait, do you have any weapons?" With Izuku and everyone confusing, "Weapons? What do you mean?" With Ether saying, "Oh yes, I forgot. You're from another world." So the way to say, just put your hand out and it's like you're grabbing something. So pretty much they follow what he did with first Izuku pretty much grabbing something, which a sword appeared, which is like he's holding it backwards. With Izuku saying, "Whoa, what the?" And also I kind of wanted to do a thing what Child did. So pretty much it's like a staff that can turn into blades, which I actually thought was really cool that Child did. So pretty much, yeah. So pretty much I'm gonna copy like the little weapon that Child has. So yeah. And pretty much Izuku was able to separate the two weapons into two swords. And Ether was shocked that Izuku would have such a weapon, with Izuku saying, "Whoa, this is cool." With pretty much playing it around, with instantly Ben saying, "What? Lucky? At least I hope I get a sword." Instantly, he says, "Come on, give me a sword, give me a sword, give me a sword. Come on. Pretty much he reached out his hand and closed it, and then a bow appeared, with him saying, "What? A bow?" With pretty much Izuku saying, "Oh, that suits you, since you were able to use a bow for a long time. So I think you would be a naturalized." With Ben saying, "But I wanted a sword." With Izuku and Dreve looking at each other, they shake their heads in agreement, saying, "Oh, but don't you think you would be such an amazing bowsman?" I don't remember what the word is, so pretty much, please don't hate me. Pretty much being a bow user, you'd be the best in both worlds if you think about it. When we go back home and you can practice at this point. With pretty much it took a lot. It did, but they continued complimenting him that he could be the best person, that he can use a bow in both worlds and yada yada yada. With pretty much Ben instantly being fired up, saying, "I can be the best in both worlds," screaming that out on top of his lungs. With pretty much both, but before he did, Izuku warned Ether and Paimon to close their ears. With of course both of them did, with Izuku and Dreve. With instantly, of course, the screaming, which was hella loud. With pretty much, of course, Ether was still able to somewhat hear it, was able to still hear it, and it felt like it felt like a roar of a dragon. Like it was like he wasn't. It's like a roar. It was such a loud roar that even Mondstadt could hear it, and also like the mountains could shake. That like voice can just make a literal avalanche. With pretty much him breathing heavily, saying, "I will be the best." Bringing like fire, you can just see the fire in his eyes. In like the anime way. And instantly, Grief says, "Jesus Christ, dude. I guess we had to do it for a reason." With pretty much, with pretty much uh, Izuku, saying, "Yeah, we did, but it looks like it got him better." Pretty much pointing behind them that uh, pretty much he's just using the bow on a tree, just like using it completely, like he's like shooting arrows fast and fast, like a machine gun. With Ether just looking at the three, with pretty much he just starts laughing, and then pretty much all three of them look at Ether, and Paimon's confused, saying, what's so funny? With Ether saying, oh, nothing, don't worry, it's just that I thought we can all be companions, and this would be a fun experience. And instantly, Izuku says, yeah, why not? With Ether confused, shocked, saying, huh? You agree? With Izuku saying, yeah, since something tells me that we're gonna need your help along the way. But also, I have a question. Something tells me you're not just here for sightseeing. With Ether just shocked, saying, huh? Instantly, Ether agrees, saying, yeah, you're right. I'm looking for my sister. With Izuku saying, it's understandable. If I had a sister, I would look for her too. You're not the only one. With Ben pretty much putting his hand on his shoulder. Pretty much, of course, everyone are shocked of how fast Ben is, but saying, don't worry, man. We'll help you find your sister. That's what friends are for, right? Pretty much Ben is like the person that like is pretty much the goofy one of the group, but also is someone that has extremely high morale. And pretty much is the one that gets everyone happy and gets them, and pretty much, yeah. Sorry, it was someone called for me, that's why. So pretty much we continue from where we left off, of all of them pretty much being happy because of what Ben said. Ben is the person that pretty much brings back up your spirits. Pretty much is like there's like moments of where it's like how do you say it? It's like he has moments of where he's funny and stuff, where he's serious, and moments where you can rely on him, like that. With Dreve, pretty much also the same thing. She can get angry and sometimes like not think straight at times, and sometimes she is very like decisive and also has really good tactics. But she's also someone that you can trust, always covering your back. Izuku being a good leader, at times can be a good leader, able to make amazing tactics out of nowhere. He's like always sometimes he's calm at moments, but also he can sometimes be a bit how do you say, can have a bit of a temper, kind of like Ben. Sometimes he makes jokes, but he's like pretty much like what I said before. They will cover your back till the very end. They will always be by your side till the very end. And that's pretty much their characters in this What If. And Ether, seeing the three of them, he starts unconsciously, he just starts tearing up a bit. Like just one teardrop going down his cheek. With pretty much Dreamer saying, oh, are you okay? With Ether saying, huh? And he checks up where he was crying, with instantly saying, yeah. It's weird. So, yeah, sorry. But, yeah, I'm trying to find my sister. With Izuku saying, don't worry, in due time we'll be able to find her. Besides, it will happen. We just need to be patient. With Ether agreeing to this, saying, oh, yeah, Dreve. Wait, your name is Dreve, right? With Dreve saying, well, that's a nickname that they gave me. With, Ether saying, why is that your nickname? With Izuku saying, why not? We just thought of it mostly. We just thought of it, pretty much. We just never think about stuff like that, really. With Ether saying, oh, so what's your actual name? With Dreve saying, oh, it's Andrea. With pretty much Andrea saying, oh, sorry. And also, sorry if you heard my dad's voice. Yeah. So pretty much, Andrea said, yeah, so that's my name. And what were you going to say? With Ether saying, oh, I was going to say to summon your weapon or maybe your spell book. With Drew saying, huh? Spellbook? There's like witches and wizards here? With Ether saying, well, I don't know what you call them in your world, so I guess you can say that? With Izuku explaining to him what wizards and witches are in his world, saying, with Ether saying, oh yes, then yes, very much yes, so. Like, for example, Harry Potter, with some, like, wizards and witches, like, use books to, like, do spells and stuff. So, pretty much, instantly, she was pretty much put out her hand, and before she even closed it, a book appeared. With Ether saying, oh, so you're a catalyst. With instantly saying, oh, so these are like witches and wizards? With Ben pretty much just laughing hysterically saying, ha 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 ha, Bookworm got a book for a weapon, ha 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 ha. What are you gonna do? Read them a book to go to sleep? Pretty much he's just laughing in the background. With, of course, Dreve, pissed by hearing that. She pretty much grabbed the book that was floating, closed it, instantly started running to Ben. But before that even happened, Izuku pretty much seeing what Ben said, he's like, may you rest in peace, my friend. Don't worry, I will try to bring your dead body and give you a proper funeral. With pretty much Izuku just knowing what's going to happen, instantly, of what I said, Dreve grabs the book, closes it, and starts running towards Ben. And while Ben is laughing, when he stops, he sees a literal pissed Dreve, with him thinking, oh no. And instantly, Dreve literally hit the absolute fuck out of Ben, slamming the book into his face, hitting hard enough to make him fly off into the other side of the pond of where they were meant to go. With pretty much Izuku, you know, like how pretty much he's doing the little pray thing, saying, God, please take his soul back to our world to be reincarnated well, and also make him even smarter. Before he makes fun of Dreve, and pretty much instantly, Ether just tries to hold back his laugh, but Paimon was laughing completely. Laughing so much that she even fell to the ground. And she's holding her stomach like saying, Paimon's stomach hurts. Help! Please! Stop! Pretty much, of course, everyone was laughing with Izuku just praying, but also kind of just trying to hide the laugh. With instantly, we go to Dreve's point of view and she says, I guess books can help to attack then. Instantly, Ben was like knocked out, saying, demon. Pretty much, of course, for comedic reasons. And pretty much, Ether and everyone just took a really good laugh. And of course, let's say Mondstadt was a bit farther away than canon, pretty far away. And so pretty much they decided to camp up there. And pretty much, of course, because of Ben having a bow, and also his literal, like, his left side of the face literally has like a mark of a book. And like, it's pretty it's not like messed up, but you know in canon how you can see the red mark? It's pretty much like that. Instantly, pretty much because he has a bow, he's able to get some food and stuff like that. He was able to make, and also he was able to cook with the help of Izuku and Ether. And so pretty much Ether asked some of the stories that they have from their world, with Izuku saying, there's these two amazing there's these people called heroes, and before you say anything, it's more like a job. And Ben says, yeah, we would like to be heroes, but we don't have a, quirk. With Ether saying, do you need one to become a hero? With Drevery saying, yeah, in our society nowadays we do. Back then, the only thing that quirks didn't exist. Mostly, there's like people like normal people. There was no quirks, no powers, just regular society. There was just very regular thieves that could pretty much just steal a coin or money, whatever. and just cops, firefighters, whatever you can think of, really, that were used to be called heroes, and there was war heroes too. There still are war heroes, but aren't as many wars now that quirks exist. With Ether saying, how did they first manifest? With Izuku saying, oh, I can tell you that quickly. With Ben saying, here goes the hero nerd, the quirk nerd. With pretty much Ether confused saying, quirk nerd. With Izuku saying, oh, it's a bit of a teasing thing. Here. Pretty much he opens his backpack. Of course, he still has his backpack with him, and he has a lot of journals with him. With Ether saying, oh, what are these? What are these? Pretty much, with Izuku answering him, so, oh, these are some of the things that I've pretty much wrote about some of the heroes that are from our world. Pretty much he sees Mountain Lady, is it Nakumi Woods? I think it wasn't that name. There was like other, and All Might, of course, and there was so many other heroes. With, of course, him saying, oh, okay, that's incredible. So these are quirks, right? With Paimon asking if she can read that. With Paimon asking, can Paimon read that? With Izuku saying, oh, don't worry, I have another one with me just in case. Pretty much giving it to Paimon, which just says, oh, these are different heroes. With Izuku saying, of course, there are different heroes in our world, but there's also like a bit of a ranking system within them. With pretty much Ether confusing, ranking system? With Izuku shaking his head in the group. Sorry, with Ben saying, yeah, there is. So pretty much, like the guy with the magically standing hair, with Ether saying, this guy, pretty much showing All Might. With pretty much Reeve saying, yeah, that's All Might. That's the #1 hero from our reality. He's the strongest person in our world. So yeah. With Izuku saying, yeah, but he's injured. With, of course, the two of them, with, of course, Ben and Reeve saying, yeah, that's true. So it might be more, he still may be strong, but he's injured completely. With Izuku saying, because remember, like, Izuku is someone that can, like, is, like, a really good, like, someone that can study and stuff. So I'm pretty much, in the same way as Canon, he explains of what happened with that fight, with Paimon saying, ugh, I think you made Paimon have a lot, I think you traumatized Paimon, which is what Paimon said, with Ether saying, wow, he's still able to stand with such of an injury. I'm impressed, I give him my respects. But he should really lay down sometime. With Izuku shaking his head saying, he can't. With Ether saying, what do you mean? With Dreeve saying, the positive side of heroes, right? With Ether saying, What do you think would happen if those people with quirks become bad? With Ether saying, oh, I see what you're saying now. With pretty much Ben saying, yeah, there's these so-called villains. With Izuku saying, there's no such thing as real villains. The only one that is a real villain is, in unison, they all say, all for one. Pretty much, they all still shiver in the sight, just like the mention of the name. With pretty much Ether confusing, what's so bad about him? With Izuku saying, we don't know that much about him, or what he looks like, but his name goes around, and is pretty much, you can think of him as the Dark Lord, or pretty much, or the evil king, or whatever this place has. With pretty much, Ether saying, oh, I think I understand what you mean now. Is he that bad? With these, pretty much all three of them shake their heads. With Grief saying, there's mostly myths, or pretty much, I forgot what the word was called, but pretty much, sorry, wait. It was rumors. There it is. So pretty much, she just says, there's just a lot of rumors about him. We don't know if any of them are true. With Ether saying, can you tell me about the rumors? With all of them agreed, but saying, we agreed to tell you, but you have to keep this a secret from by people in this reality. With pretty much him surprising, why? with pretty much Ben saying, we don't know how people would react with someone that powerful, because it's our reality. They would try to find him and defeat him on their own. They would be doing something really reckless. We don't know how people would react because of that. And mostly they would react by that due to fear. With Ether saying, that's a possibility, so it's understandable. But please explain to me some of the rumors. With pretty much Izuku saying, I'll go first with some of the rumors I heard. Then Ben said, I'll go next, since I have a few rumors too. With pretty much Grieve saying, I'll go last, since I have very little rumors. With pretty much Izuku saying, so the rumor I heard is that he's as old as 100, or who knows, 1,000 years old. With Ether saying, what? How? With Izuku saying, there's these type of quirks that can make you not age as much, but still, and like pretty much prolong your lifespan. But the thing is, there are very little people with those types of quirks nowadays, but we don't know if it's true or not. The next rumor is that he was able to take thousands of people's quirks, and some of the quirks that he stole from people were forceful, and he had to kill them. With Ether hearing this, shocked, saying, how is this possible? With Izuku saying, and the third is that he had a younger brother. With Ether saying, How do you know that? With Izuku saying, I just heard it from a villain that I snuck behind. I heard that he was talking about All for One's brother, but I didn't know if it was true. It was mostly about rumors and stuff. With pretty much Ether saying, that's good to know. You can actually try to ask for help with from the brother. With Izuku saying, yeah, but there's a problem with that. Ether saying, what was it? Izuku saying, remember that he might be dead. And also, I heard a rumor that he would that him and All Might are pretty much the opposites. Mostly like saying that he was trying to kill All Might. With Ether saying, that's understandable. With Izuku saying, and the fourth one pretty much saying that he's pretty much he's super powerful that he can even destroy the whole continent that we live in. And also enough power to be able to contact other people from other continents, which is what worries me the most. And the fifth is that he has someone assisting him and making these weird things or beings, whatever. I never saw them, but they call them Nomus. I don't know what that is, really. But I heard there's like a doctor, professor, surgeon. We don't know, but that's what we can find. That's what I could find out. Ben saying, well, you actually said most of the ones that I had. With Izuku saying, huh? Really? With pretty much Ben saying, since you already said like about the 3 that I have, I just have 1 then. With pretty much Izuku saying, oh, then, sorry. Then Ben saying, it's fine, don't worry. With one rumor that I heard about All for One is that he's building an association to be able to kill heroes, or he's trying to make people become villains, and he's someone that's a manipulative person, and he has an apostle. Sorry, not an apostle. Like those people. What was that? What was that word? What was that word? Wait, sorry. It was apprentice, not apostle. Sorry. That pretty much said that in the rumor he was manipulative enough to be able to have an apprentice that's loyal to him, but he doesn't know the difference between a lie or a truth. He just goes whatever his master says. which he is talking about Shigaraki, of course, with pretty much Grief saying, and I heard that they're trying to transfer All for One's quirk to his apprentice, but then thought of plan B on another person, and I don't know why, but every time there was a code name for some reason for the mission, with Ether saying, what's the code name? With pretty much Dreve saying, there was a code name, I think it was called Code Name 9, which is weird, because it's a number, but in German it's just saying no. With Ether saying, that is odd. So is that it? With pretty much all of them shake their heads in agreement, pretty much because Izuku said most of the rumors. There wasn't that much, but still, it was enough. So pretty much, sorry, I had to yawn for a bit. So pretty much, the next day happens, and they were able to get closer to Mondstadt. And this is when Amber appeared. Sorry, not Amber. This is when they hear the dragon's roar, with Ben saying, what the hell? With Izuku saying, shh. With Ether also being quiet and looking forward. And pretty much signals them to move forward. With, of course, all of them agree of doing. Which they do. And they look behind the corner, and they see a dragon. With Ben just whispering, that's a fucking dragon, what the fuck? Do you see that thing? Holy shit! It's a real dragon! Not someone with a quirk! With Ether looking back at Ben, with Izuku saying, it's true, there's someone that can turn into a dragon, which is a quirk. With pretty much Ether saying, that's intriguing. With pretty much Grieve saying, we should back up a bit. With Izuku and Ether agreeing and shaking their heads, with pretty much they back up and Grieve steps on a twig, which makes sound. Which the dragon looks and pretty much let's say he sees Ether's blonde hair. And because of that, he roars and pretty much flies away. With Venti running towards him, no! What are you doing? With instantly pretty much running towards Mondstadt. With then, they see what looks like a crystal, and that looks like a teardrop. With Ether going towards it, and Ben says, what are you doing? It can be dangerous. With Ether saying, something tells me that I should bring this with me, just in case. With Izuku saying, yeah, that's a good possibility. And instantly, they keep moving forward and forward. And that's when someone says, stop there! Instantly, it's Amber. With pretty much Amber saying, stop there. The Knights of Livonius need... I forgot what she says with the interaction, but instantly Izuku says, hi, but who are you? With a confused look. With pretty much Amber saying, oh, Amber. My name is Amber, one of the Knights of Livonius. Instantly she says, who are you and what are you doing here? With Izuku saying, well, Ether says, but Ether kind of comes in saying, sorry, it's just that we're lost and we thought that the city might help us with something. With pretty much, she looks at all four of them. She sees that three of them have different clothing. Pretty much three of them have different clothing from Ether, pretty much. And she said, are you travelers or something? With pretty much Izuku confusing, what do you mean by travelers? With pretty much, Amber, yeah, for some reason the name almost slipped. Pretty much Amber. And pretty much So she said, "Oh, in a way, you're traveling worlds, different worlds." With Ether saying, "Yeah, well, I did, but mostly these three kind of traveled a different world, this world by accident." With Amber saying, "Huh, really?" And of course, she had a bow pointing towards them. With, of course, Amber looking at Izuku, which is kind of odd, because mostly about the look, saying, "You three don't look comfortable in those." With pretty much, of course, Grease saying, "Of course not." With Ben saying, "I had to wear these all day, and it's hot outside. Do you have anywhere Do you have anywhere to sleep?" With Izuku asking, "Do you have anywhere else to buy new clothes too?" With Amber saying, "Yes. Well, let's go to Mondstadt." With pretty much Heather saying, "I'm fine how I am right now, so don't mind me." With Izuku saying, "Don't worry. Don't worry, it's just for us, because, different world, and these clothing are non-comfortable." With Ether saying, "Ah, yes, I understand that now. Come on, let's go." Pretty much all of them pretty much follow Amber is the same way as canon. So pretty much, they go and see a giant statue on, like way ahead of them. With Izuku saying, "Miss Amber." With Amber saying, "Don't call me Miss, it makes me sound old." With Izuku says, "Oh, sorry, but Amber, who's that?" With pretty much, um, Amber says, "Oh, you're talking about Barbados?" If I remember that's what they call the god, or pretty much what they call Venti. Which Izuku saying, "No, of course, we're travelers." With Amber saying, "Oh, yes, I forgot." So, pretty much she explains about Barbados and pretty much about the wind, that he's the one that brought the wind and stuff and the air, and with Izuku saying, "Huh, interesting. So this world has gods that interact with the world." With Ether saying, don't your gods also interact with the worlds? With the world?" With Izuku saying, "Yeah, mostly through history, but..." And then Brief says, pretty much chimes in saying, "Yeah, but they didn't have the best intentions." Which I am referring to mostly through what Zeus does, and of course the other gods, of course, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So pretty much, Amber says, "Yikes, I feel bad for your people." With Izuku saying, "It's fine. We were able to go past it. Let's just continue." And pretty much, of course, before they entered, of course they were outside, but they were able to see the statue still. And of course the knights stopped them, but Amber says, "Don't worry, they're just people." And of course she says, "We're just going through." And instantly, pretty much all of them go through, with Izuku saying, "Thank you." Of course, Ether, Izuku, Ben, and Reeve thank them. And instantly they go through the gates. With instantly, she asks, "Oh, before I ask, do you have any visions?" With Ben saying, "Visions what now? Do you mean like visions seeing the future or something?" With Amber saying, "No." And before she explains, Paimon says, "Oh, let me explain." And of course, Paimon explains what visions are. And Izuku saying, "Oh, so in a way, those are pretty much shown as a way of something about your characteristics or something. So it's like part of your soul or part of your personality. Good to know." With Amber saying, "You can think of it that way, but like I said before, do you have any visions or something?" "I don't see any, but I can just sense animal on you." Let's say they can, okay? With pretty much Izuku saying, it only works for people that concentrate on the feeling for like the element or something, okay? Let's just say for the what if, okay? It's only when they concentrate. And pretty much Izuku says, "Oh, we all do, but we don't have visions. But we do use this." Instantly, he shows a little orb of wind going around his hand. It's like a Rasengan, think of it. but not as tidy. And pretty much Amber's shocked. And of course, all the others were doing it really well, but Ben is having a bit more difficulty. It's kind of like he is not. It's like he's able to use it still, but in a way, it's like more troubling to control it. But with Grief, she's like having immense, like incredible control over it. It's like it's almost like a perfect Rasengan if you think about it. With pretty much Izuku is like a regular, like almost like a Rasengan, but a bit messy, but not too messy to be out of control. You know what I mean? With Ether also having good control, but not perfect, almost like Dreeve's control. With pretty much her saying, "Wow, this is a rare occasion for people without visions. Yet you can use the Anemo vision. That's quite intriguing." Izuku saying, "Yeah, it is, but do you have anywhere that we can buy clothes?" With Amber saying, "Oh, yes, sorry." Instantly, Izuku, pretty much they all went to a clothing store. Let's say there is one there. And instantly, they were able to buy some clothes, comfortable clothes. And pretty much, for Dreeve, it's something like a bit of a... It's almost like, it's not like something of a dress, but it's pretty much like almost like a battle dress in a way. You know? Something comfortable, if they're gonna fight anytime soon. For Izuku, it's kind of like a... Oops, sorry. I did not notice that. Oh, but pretty much the best way to explain it is by this. Oh, sorry, I did not mean... Damn it. Pretty much the best way... It's like this suit. It's like the Final Fantasy suit you see in this, okay? So pretty much imagine Izuku having that. And also for Ben, pretty much. That's what Ben's gonna look like, but with a different color, which is, of course, red. And pretty much, all of them look... Pretty much, Ether looks at them saying, "Wow, you look pretty good in them." Oh, and by the way, I forgot, the color for Dreeve, it's purple. I don't know why, but pretty much just coloring them like in different colors, just for me it makes sense. With of course Izuku saying, "Yeah, these feel comfortable in a way. So how much does this cost?" Which the girl saying, "Don't worry, it's free since it looked like your clothing were very uncomfortable." With Izuku saying, "We're just gonna keep them with us just in case. So don't worry, it's fine." With the woman saying, "So have a nice day." Of course, they leave, with Amber looking behind was looking in a different way, and pretty much when she heard the door open, she looked back saying, so. Instantly, when she saw Izuku, it was like something in her. It's like everything was moving slow, and she sees Izuku. It's like something in her was like saying, "Whoa." And she was blushing a bit. And instantly, and she sees the other two, which just kind of like knocks her out of reality. Kind of brings her back to reality, sorry. With pretty much seeing all of them saying, "Wow, you all three of you look good." With pretty much Izuku saying, "Thanks, I guess." With pretty much him doing a bit of a smile, a bit of a goofy smile, but which kind of made Amber's heart kind of like just skip a beat, pretty much like that. With of course Dreeve catching on to this, saying, "Oh, Izuku, I didn't know you would make a first move on the girl. Damn, I guess time has changed." With Izuku saying, "What do you mean?" With pretty much Amber knowing what she's trying to do, with what Dreeve is trying to do, she says, No, it's not what you think. He's just being kind, that's all." Doing like an awkward laugh. With pretty much Ben saying, "Okay, so what do we do now?" With instantly, of course, Amber says, "Oh wait, before you go anywhere, here." Of course, she does. She gives all four of them, sorry, the wings. Of course, Ether says, "Oh, nice. What are these?" I don't remember their names. I'm sorry. Pretty much she tells them what they are and what they can do. With Izuku saying, "Wow, these could be really useful." With pretty much, Amber says, "First, we're gonna have to take a test, a bit of a flying test, so you can fly around here, so it can be useful, you know." With Izuku saying, what? We need a test for flying? With Amber saying, yes, in our world we do. You? Izuku saying, no, not really. You can get a license after pretty much trying to fly a plane. With Amber saying, what's a plane? With pretty much Ben saying, oh, it's a bit of it's pretty much a vehicle of transportation to take us to another continent. A bit quicker than actual on foot. And it flies through the air pretty much. Without wings like these. Pretty much showing like the feathered wings. And he says it's mostly out of metal and some other things to be able to fly. It's difficult, but pretty much it's still able to work. With Amber saying, oh, your world is very interesting. With Ether saying, yeah, I second that. But let's go do the test. And of course, they were about to start the flying test, but then they hear a giant roar, like a massive roar. With Amber saying, not again. With both Izuku and Ether in unison saying, what do you mean again? And then they look back and look at each other saying, how did we finish in unison? Pretty much the sentence. And pretty much Amber saying, it's Stormbreaker. For some reason, he's just attacking Mondstadt. We don't know why, but we have to keep fighting him off. But we are not able to win easily. Sometimes he just flies away with doing a lot of damage to Mondstadt. With Izuku saying, damn it. Instantly, the same way as canon, pretty much the dragon attacks Mondstadt, and pretty much the same way as canon that Ether gets carried in the wind. But the only difference here is that Izuku and the gang also go up in the air. So it's not just Ether. Also, Ben is like flapping his wings up and down to like not fall because he's scared of falling. But so pretty much, and Izuku is just gliding, and also Drieve, because they're looking at what Ether is doing. With Ben yelling out, playing, please God, I don't want to die yet, please, 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 please God. And pretty much Izuku is just gliding and gliding. And then pretty much they hear a roar behind them, and they see the dragon Stormbreaker. If I remember, that's what they nickname him. And instantly, they all move out of the way with Ben yelling out, Jesus Christ! Dear God, please let me survive this. Of course, they were all barely able to dodge it, with Ben yelling out saying, watch where you're flying! We're flying here! With Drieve saying, don't provoke it anymore, you idiot! With, of course, Ether just looks at it, and pretty much it makes a big turn. Pretty much a big U-turn, with Izuku saying, damn it, this is getting annoying. Instantly, Izuku, like, instinctively sounds way better than unconsciously. So instinctively, he pulled out the sword and swung it, which actually made an animal, slash, which actually was able to chip a bit of the the little spear thing that's on the back of the Stormbreaker. Pretty much, he was able to do that. But what was happening was that it was flickering with a bit of lightning happening out of it. Sorry, no, some bad it's almost like a black substance, like more like what's happening, what surrounds the Stormbreaker, right? Or Storm, whatever his name is. Pretty much, they were able to see. It's like a weird aura, a dark aura, that was pretty much surrounding him. And pretty much because of that, Izuku, how do you say it? Izuku was of course, like, didn't expect it with Ether either. So pretty much the dragon, sorry, God, not able to speak today. So pretty much a really loud roar happens, and of course they slowly start descending down to the ground, and which they did with pretty much Ben just saying, "Beautiful ground, ah, oh, beautiful ground, beautiful ground." Pretty much he starts kissing the ground, with then pretty much spitting out, grass. Ugh. With pretty much Dream saying, "You really shouldn't have done that." With Ben saying, "Could you blame me? We're literally like how high up were we? Like 1,000 feet in the air or something?" With of course, Izuku saying, "You weren't the only one up there, you know." With Ben saying, "I know, but Jesus, that was terrifying." With pretty much, Amber saying, "Whoa, who's the one that did the attack?" With pretty much Ether was about to say Izuku, but Izuku says it was Ether. He was able to save us, and also that strike he did was pretty impressive too. It's amazing. He's really strong. And also on top of that, he was able to chip that weird thing on the back of the dragon too. Which surprised Amber saying, "Wow, wait, really?" With pretty much of course, both Ben and Grieve look at him and says, "Stop lying and take some credit for yourself. Stop being humble." With Izuku saying, "What do you mean?" Pretty much doing that smile with that irritates both Ben and Grieve, saying, "Stop smiling like that, you bastard. You know you deserve some credit for yourself." Well, of course, all of them keep fighting and arguing and stuff like that. With that, I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the What If. I hope you have a good day, good afternoon, good morning, or wherever you are. Take care. Love y'all. Bye.